Hi everyone! Just a short announcement before I begin your reading. So, I'm super excited to share with you a new project that I've launched, which is a personal tarot journal. So, this journal is especially for all you New Age enthusiasts who would like to cultivate their journaling or writing skills in connection with tarot. Writing is a power, and I've mentioned this often in many of my readings. I truly believe it's a great tool to help you on your journey by tapping into your intuition, especially using your tarot or oracle card deck. So, whether you're experienced in tarot or new to diving into this culture, there's always something for you to discover. If you'd like to learn more about this journal, you can visit my Etsy shop for more details, and I've also added the link in my About Me section below, so if you scroll down, you will see it there. For those new to my channel, I welcome you, and I hope you enjoy your readings going forward. Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your monthly oracle reading for June. I'm using Doreen Virtue's Healing with the Fairies, and I've also pulled out a card for you from the Numerology Guidance Oracle deck. Here we go. So let's see your messages for June. Okay. Sagittarius. And there's also a full moon mid-month around the 16th. So that's going to be interesting, and it's in your sign as well. So a lot of power to you there to get things into completion. Okay. So your first card here, you have Magic of Nature. You also have Sexuality. And you also have here Teaching and Learning. Okay, so that's your numerology card. Okay, so I'm just going to take a moment here. These are very interesting because you're both very, you're very intuitive this month. There's a lot of, spiritual energy, but it's also you trying to balance. Actually, it's a very Sagittarius kind of energy where, the half horse, half human. It's like trying to balance that passionate energy with the spiritual energy. That's what I'm getting here. And just yeah, like I feel this is the focus though. Like you're really trying to explore your passionate side a lot this month. But let's start off with this card. So Magic of Nature here. This is all about saying, coming out of darkness, going into the light. Okay, so it's all about power of three. You could be working with a group of three. Maybe you have like two other friends. Maybe you're doing some exploring this month. You're doing some road trip traveling. I'm seeing that. But it's all about, going with the cycles of life. So going with the flow, okay? Let nature take its course and guide you, okay? Don't surrender to what is, okay? Don't try to force things. That's going to be a very important message for you this month. It's all about going with the flow and kind of like going with the wind wherever the wind carries you, okay? Because I do feel there is divine timing happening right now. So maybe there was something that you're waiting for and it's been delayed, or it could be in terms of work, maybe even a partnership, something there. Um, so it's just telling me that there's divine timing and things are happening at just the right pace, okay? Especially for you. Everybody's time is going to be different. I'm getting the number three, so 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years might be a lot, but sometimes it's not. It could be like, maybe a big project that you have that might take that long. Maybe you thought originally it's going to take 2 years and you started planning from now, but it actually ends up being three. Well, that's a big jump there. That's a long time from now because usually the energy coming out is for the next couple of months. So um, it's just telling you, take it easy. And if you have to go out in nature to clear your mind, do that, especially now with the weather being great. Well, I hope it's great for a lot of you. But nature will help ground you, and it will give you that inspiration that you're seeking and just new ideas and just re-energize you completely. Okay. So sexuality, this card here, again, it could be uh, like what it says. So a lot of you could be getting more intimate this month and being more passionate, maybe with your partner. So if you're currently with someone, you could be reigniting that fire that once was. So maybe you felt things were a little dull. Well, it's going to be getting hot. Okay. So, that's a beautiful card to come out because we do need this, so that is very part of life, very much so part of life. So, um, and it's also asking you, it's saying you could be meeting someone if it's just this and it doesn't turn into a long-term thing. That's okay in itself as well. Okay, just make sure you're clear with your communication and make sure you're protected, of course. But that could be coming in this month. For some others, this card could also be maybe you feel a bit uncomfortable with intimacy, and it's asking you to explore that this month. So, how is it that you feel about your body? What are your views towards sexuality? So, sexuality will be a big part for you to explore this month, okay? It could even be, it comes up when maybe there's been some trauma associated with sex, or maybe like a childhood maybe abuse. It could come up with that as well. So I have to say that. And if that's the case, then it would be beneficial for you to seek counseling or anything like that, or a trusted person to talk to about that. Okay. So, but overall, it's a very passionate energy. It could just be you, finding out what makes your heart sing with joy and just exploring your passions, like going after what brings butterflies in your stomach, what lights like this fire in your heart. Okay, it's all about the sacral and base chakra. All right, so that's something for you to explore there. And you are getting the spirituality card, so that breakthrough, whatever you go through, learning something about yourself, because you do have the teaching and learning. So anything you learn in regards to, anything that has to do with sexuality, that's going to cause some sort of breakthrough for you. That's going to, make you more spiritually enlightened as well. So it's interesting how they both come together, but you are getting the teaching and learning card. So this is a card that's saying you could apply it in many different ways, but whether it's a situation or a person you're with, for example, if the situation's not good with the person you're with or like a work environment, there's a lot of lessons here, okay? A lot of teaching and learning. So you're going to learn things from the other party. They're going to learn things from you. It's all about that balance. So you might be butting heads right now with another person or group of people, but it's all about perhaps learning patience, kindness, being more compassionate. You're going to come out of this learning something. So if you're like, oh my God, why me? Why do I keep dealing with this? Okay, if you know logically you're not supposed to be in that situation, but there's something like your heart pulling you towards it, it's because there was some unfinished business. Okay, at least that's what I believe in from a previous life, and in this life you had to go through it to learn something from it. Okay, because souls, they all travel together, so it's very likely whoever you meet in this life, you've most likely met them in a previous one. So this has a lot of karma behind it as well. And especially if you're in an unhealthy relationship, this comes out a lot. So just ask yourself what it is that you learn from the situation. And the faster you stand up for yourself and, do what you need to do, it depends for everyone. You know what you need to do, okay? Whether it's stick up for yourself or maybe practice more patience, anything like that that's challenging you, you need to break through that, and then that's gonna help you, and that's gonna cause the teaching and learning. Okay, that's going to complete the cycle. I hope that makes sense for you guys. But it could also be, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So you could you could have someone right now that's very influential in your life that teaches you something, okay? Or vice versa, you could be the teacher. So if you're thinking of going into teaching, this is a confirmation card. If you're thinking of going, starting school or maybe taking workshops or courses, that's very beneficial this month. So a lot of things are happening in the summer months. You don't have to start September or January. So get out there and see what there is that you need to learn. Okay. Uh, yeah, that was a heavy one. I really felt that there. But overall, oh, and the other thing, last but not least, I want to mention with this card, especially when it comes to relationships, if you could be in a vulnerable state. If, let's say, you break up with someone, you still carry their energy around. So if you let go of someone toxic that wasn't good for you and somebody new comes in your life, sometimes the universe sends us people that repeat the previous person, the person from before. So that's going to be a test for you. So just be careful there, okay? Because it's funny, the universe wants to see, did you learn your lesson or not? So it's like another opportunity for you to act in the way you should have with like the previous one, okay? So I hope that makes sense, but very key information there for you, okay, guys? So I hope you have a great month. Don't forget about the full moon. That's a time of completions. So I feel a lot of you will be putting an ending to some situation, that's for sure. I wish you all the best. Take care. Have a good one.